Greetings and welcome to another edition of Meet the Author. Today I have the singular honor of talking to our founder, Dr. Yang Wing, and we are going to discuss his views on where YMAA is now. So, Dr. Yang, 42 years of YMAA, how does that feel?
Yeah, long time ago. Now I'm an old man. Too old now.
Too old, not even.
Well, I'm too old now. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go back to recycle anyway.
Mm, mm, mm.
See, I prepare.
Um, Not to be too somber, but you lost two of your matches this year.
Oh yeah, but again, it's a nature. That's a Tao. Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter what. It happened, it happened, it's a Tao. So there's nothing to feel sad about. But actually, we should celebrate. We live in 92 to 97, 92 years old, 97 years old. To me, that's a long life.
for
Yeah,
sure.
so it's worth to celebrate. If I can live to 85, I'm happy, but we'll see. So it's okay. But it doesn't matter who. You have to go back to recycling. Only sooner or later, that's all.
I remember when my first master passed away, I suddenly felt this burden to
Yeah, but of course you miss it. You miss the old time and
sure,
miss them, and yeah, you appreciate their education, their teaching. Yeah, that was saddened. Yeah, but at the same time, you have to recognize that is the nature.
sure, sure.
Yeah,
But I mean, I feel that this obligation, all these
yeah,
things get passed down to me.
yeah. Obligation is
It's
in
vice versa to pass it on.
the in this world. We continue to pass what they are teaching to next generations. So their knowledge won't be wasted. That's all.
For sure. I remember you once saying that you only felt that you had gleaned a fraction of what they had to offer.
Yeah, well, it is. But they also, as my white grandmaster say, how much you compare with your master, how much you really know. He said, me, like this. You put the hands here and say, just blow away. It's what I learned can blow away. Yeah, but again, that's what the Tao Te Ching they talk about. Can you be empty? When you are
Right.
empty, you have a space to take more. You have to be humble. Yeah, it cannot be satisfied, can be full. So one of the chapter talk about emptiness. Emptiness, there's a usage. If there's an emptiness, there's no usage. Yeah, because already full. So that, for example, your mind already packed what you think, then your mind is not empty. Your mind is not empty. You cannot listen to what other people said. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You have experience. A lot of time you can see people. They just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. They are not listening. Yeah, that's exactly the mind is for. Then you just cannot talk to them because they are not listening. So they are not ready. See,
It's that old
so
idiom of the teacup, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your
So
teacup.
that's a one of the chapter. They're talking about is that can you be empty?
Right, right. The space between the spokes of
Yeah,
the
you're empty, and then you have space, then
right,
you can take in.
the hollow, and but then you filled that in other ways. I mean, obviously, bringing a lot of this stuff into to English. You've continued your research. You've always read more books about it. Really,
Now I'm more Buddhist. I'm more interested in Buddhism now
hmm,
because all my life I spent more time in the Taoism. Okay, but now I try to compare with Taoism and Buddhism. For example, the Taoists they call insubstantial, in the center here, insubstantial. The Buddhists they talk about emptiness.
hmm,
It's talking about the same thing. So that's why the two religion they have a good philosophy. They talk about the same thing. I'm
mhm.
gonna talk about why and how these Taoists how they interpret it, how Buddhists interpret it, and what we see how they approach it. See, those are things I'm more interested. So that's why I'm towards more study all the Buddhist classic now.
Hmm. Interesting, interesting. You're gonna
Yeah,
shake your
I eat tofu.
head. Very good, very good. You're not vegetarian though, are you?
No, no, I'm not. Because again, vegetarian, again, yeah, I believe from the Buddhist Bible, there's no one word say you should be vegetarian.
No.
That's but from their cultivation, they recognize they don't want to kill life in order to support the life. But again, how you define that? Yeah, even the piece of bread, the bread inside have uh, all the yeast. They are alive. Yeah, one bite you kill many of them. See, even the vegetarian, you still kill life.
Sure.
Unless you only eat fruits, because that's why the plants want you to eat them. But you try to take the root out, try to eat the root, eat the seeds. For example, rice. Every seed of rice, that's what we call rice. Every seed is one plant. See, it still eat life. So it doesn't matter what. Unfortunately, in order to live, we have to eat life. It doesn't matter if it's plant life or animal life. So to me, I'm not distinguishing both of them. It's the same to me. Yeah, it's just most important. In your deep heart, you appreciate what you eat because you see all those alive, they sacrifice for you to keep you alive. That's why I hate to see people that throw food away and then those things. Doesn't mean they don't appreciate the life.
Sure. Sure. You've always got to be grateful, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as you appreciate the life, you're grateful, then you're always happy. But you are not always unhappy, always talk about yourself, always think about yourself, then you're always unhappy. See,
Sure. What do you foresee for the future?
my future now, I'm enjoying. See, I'm enjoying reading the Buddhist Bible now. I try to understand. It's very difficult to understand. It's not that simple. But fortunately, today from the website, you can find a lot of Buddhist Bible already be interpreted. So that one I can use as a reference. But that's interpretation. It's the one way I believe it. The other way I have to think because they interpret from their point of view.
Sure.
See, like in my book, I write it from my point of view. So that's why I always ask my readers, say, no, you have to put a big question mark, everything you read about my book, because it's only my personal understanding. So they have to comprehend. If they really comprehend, it's theirs. Otherwise, not. So, so it's okay. That's one thing. The other thing is because since I was a child in high school, I always fascinating about the history because you understand, you want to understand you want to understand human today. You better understand from the beginning of the human life, human beginning, how human develop, how human end up today. Because there's a reason. So you don't know that reason, then in the future you're going to make the same mistake. So that's why I'm very attractive to the history. So I'm studying a lot of history from the beginning. Of course, the history was written. In Chinese, say whoever the winner, he write the history.
Sure.
So that's why you have to, from there, you have to put your mind there and think about what's the history, what is real, what's not real. But question from here, you can see what is humanity, how human end up today. Then after that, you can see human would build a whole matrix. In ancient time, build a whole matrix and give people glory, dignity, whatever, that you die for it. And that's under dictatorship, the leadership, or we call the nature we call pack order. So the pack order, that's the nature. You see the horse, they have a pack order. The chicken have a pack order. Human have a pack order. So because reason, that's why you see, okay, that's a nature have a pack order. Would they have pack order? Questions. Is that pack order supposed to continue? What is the democracy? What is the dictatorship? What is right? What's wrong? Everything you have to see from different angle. You see. So from there, that's why I'm more interested. I see and try to analyze what the human's future going to be, because so far, it's just I'm only always think about. Okay, you talk about the textbook. The textbook inside you kill 1 million people, we call hero, like a Napoleon, a hero. Whatever you look at history, they kill so many people, you call hero. And you kill one person, you call murderer. What is that? How come Chairman Mao become a hero? He killed 10 million people, even just for a land reform. See, and how can be a hero? See, that's why the question, what is the mind? That's why I'm more interested. What the human? Are we enter the destroy ourselves on the path to destroy ourselves? Possible. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, we have more than 6,000 nuclear bomb on the earth. Why we need 6,000 nuclear bomb? Tell me. Are we crazy? It's just even 100 bombs already wipe out the whole human race.
Sure.
Why we need 6,000? This 6,000 only Russia and America. That's from agreement from Putin and George Bush before. But how about China? They have 1,000 nuclear bomb already. How about Pakistan, India? Are we crazy? We are crazy. So then you want to understand why human become today, where they look at the past. That's because we don't trust each other. See, I tell you the truth, in my opinion, from after Second World War, we improve a lot. Now we talk about human right. Before that, there's no human right. Human mean nothing. Yeah, every time you sacrifice millions, you sacrifice. Yeah, but the last 100 years, we improve a lot. Not 100 years yet, but we improve a lot. Yeah, but now we are more worried about life, but there's still a lot of places not yet. So what you start to think, what the earth is going to be. Again, of course, this is thinking about thinking, but this thinking is not a feeling. Because from thinking and feeling, you have to cooperate with each other. Feeling is inside. You're connected to the nature. That's the Tao. And then the thinking, that's you try to manifest, manifest from the in dimension. That is the third. So one is in, the other one, you have to incorporate.
With an optimistic view of the future?
Oh, yeah, of course, because you see how much we improve already. Yeah, but unfortunately, now we still struggle. For example, Israel and Hamas, the war, and Russia and Ukraine, the war, and now China always try to attack Taiwan. See, all these things, why? It's for glory or what? See, if people are not happy, why they want to do it? See, that's because dictator wants to do it. So that's why they would say dictator have to go. But again, from pack order, then you have to choose the right dictators. You have a right dictator like a Tang Dynasty. Yeah, the first Tang Dynasty, he's a brilliant, very good emperor. The country is always happy in the purpose. But again, but that's an individual, but it's not all the time. So, is there any system, really good system in the world, can make everything peaceful? That's the future we have to see. Yeah. And you have to see what people. Unfortunately, most of the people in the world now have been brainwashed. Yeah, we set up the whole matrix set up. We've been brainwashed. Now, without cell phones, you cannot survive. Without computer, you cannot survive. Without car, you cannot survive. Yeah, because now we are in the matrix. And deeper we get into the matrix. Yeah, I don't say we go back to the ancient time, but question, will you recognize it? Will you appreciate what you have? See? Yeah, today we have so much food. Compared with when I was a child, there's not enough food. Yeah, but now there's so much food and people just throw food away. Yeah, and then do they appreciate the nature? No. See? So those are the things. When you meditate, those things come to your mind. Yeah, but when you read the history, when the Chinese history in the past, all the big killing and the peaceful time, killing peaceful time. So now I'm more interested to study all those things because when I was high school, I was interested for that, but I never have a time. When I come to the United States, I start writing books, try to survive. You have a wife, you have kids, and you have the mortgage, whatever, you are enter the matrix. But now I'm almost can jump out of the matrix, but still in the matrix. So, but of course, I want to jump out of the matrix. You know, a matrix in Chinese Buddhism, they call what? Square. The matrix. Fang. Okay. So the Buddhists, they call themselves 方外之人, is the person outside of a matrix, outside of a square. See, I'm still in the square. So see, like I have to dress what the people think, oh, Dr. Yang is elegant. You know, I cannot be sloppy. I have to comb my hair, whatever. See, I'm in the matrix. You go out, you have to say what people like to hear. You cannot say what you think. You cannot say, oh, how ugly you are. You have to say how beautiful you are, but you cannot tell the truth. Yeah, so that's what we are faking. In this matrix, we all fake. Yeah, that's why the Tao Te Ching one chapter, they say politeness is a big fake. Yeah, because it's everybody polite already. Then why you talk about politeness? There's nothing to talk about. If everybody have a nature benevolence, then there's nothing to talk about. That's because we don't have it. That's why we talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's why you are still regulating. See, that's why the Tao Te Ching, the whole idea is talk about Wu Wei, is so no regulating. Then what do you mean no regulating? You had to pass through regulating until no regulating. See, that's exactly the Qigong. Qigong, you have to regulate your body. After that, regulate your breathing and regulate your mind and regulate your qi and regulate your spirit. That's called regulating. And regulating, that's mean what? It continue improve, right? Until improve, until become a habit, until one day there's nothing to be improved until it's already become a habit. That's called Wu Wei. See, I don't know, you know, there's a story about Chan. The fifth generation tried to choose a successor for 6 generations. Okay, then the master have two most qualified students, disciples. He asked the first one, say, what do you think about life? He said, well, the life like a piece of mirror. You have to keep wipe it until there's no slightly dust existing.
Right.
Okay, he's still regulating. But when he asked the Liang Huike, he asked him, say, what do you think about life? He said, but there's no mirror. There's nothing to be wiped.
No place for dust to light.
Yeah, there's nothing to be wiped. That's Wu Wei. So, and that's what Lao Tzu talk about. So Lao Tzu's philosophy is much higher than Confucius. Because Confucius talk about 忠孝仁爱信义和平, still talk about moralities. Okay, your love, your loyalty, loyal, whatever, not talk about all these things. That's because this society still needed.
Right.
That's why Confucius, that's why Confucius,
the foundation of
the Confucius philosophy can be accepted.
Yeah.
But Lao Tzu already jumped beyond that, so they cannot accept it. Because to regular people, it's not easy to reach their levels. See,
Sure.
that's the Qigong exactly. Okay, the Qigong, for example, you meditate, like you learn how to drive. Beginning, you regular, learn how to drive. After you drive for a while, everything you're driving without driving. That's called regulating or no regulating. So you do Qigong every day without thinking. You're doing that without thinking. Instead of say, okay, every morning I have to do Tai Chi Chuan, every morning, this hour I have to do 8 pieces of okay, whatever. No, that thing's already in your body. So whenever you need it without thinking, you are doing that. Then it's called regulating or no regulating. That is the most powerful. That's what Lao Tzu talk about. So Lao Tzu talk about is there's no mirror to be wiped. But Confucius still talk about the mirror has to be wiped. See, that's why Confucius' philosophy can be accepted widely. But who is higher? Actually, Lao Tzu is higher. Of course, to my opinion.
Of course. Yeah. Well, the 301, right? Very good. Very good. Where do you let's talk a little about a legacy. 100 years from now, let's talk a little about legacy.
That's only in people's mind. It doesn't matter. Because the Tao Te Ching, there's one chapter they talk about. You just do what you should do. Then don't worry about others. Yeah, for example, all right, you help someone. Yeah, you help someone from your heart. You help someone, yes. But you say, see, I help you. Now you owe me. Once you say that, you destroy whole things.
Sure.
Appreciation comes from inside. You don't have to say that. Okay, so the same thing. That's one chapter there. He say, whoever the holy man, they do what they need to do. So they don't take a credit. They don't tell people what you should do. They just show the example and the people follow. And the people beside them, they follow. That's why they influence. And they think about, oh, I did it by myself. But it's not actually, but you don't take a credit. There's nothing to be take credit. If you think about credit, that's called legacies. No, it's okay. To me, it's okay. But people want to preserve it, it's fine. Yeah, that's because they are in the matrix. But to me, it's okay. If they want to happen, it's happen. They don't happen, it doesn't happen. To me, it's okay.
You sound very much at peace with yourself now.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, but because that's the history, human history is just like that. Because when you die, this life doesn't mean a lot of things. When you die, everything's empty. See? But your spiritual life will continue. So, you know that we have two lives in the body. How many people believe that? Yeah, that's why I want to tell people. 2 times in my life, 2 times my physical body, spiritual life separated. 2 times, so clear. So that's why I tell you. I don't know. I believe a lot of people will have the same experience. When you are very sick, and the physical body, spiritual body can separate when you're very sick. That's happened to me once. Okay. Of course, when you deep sleep, it can separate too. Deep sleep, because physical body is very in, so this one can separate it. So a lot of people experience it when they are sleeping, their physical body, spiritual body separate. Yeah. The other one is near the death. You're near the death, physical body, spiritual body separated. Yeah. You ask around, a lot of people have the experience. That's exactly not I have experience. A lot of people have the experience. That's since the ancient time. All cultures will recognize that. They know we have 2 lives. So physical life, go back to recycle. See, that's what I always tell people. Zhuangzi also talk about that. Zhuangzi talk about this is a shit. The physical body actually shit. Because you eat from vegetable. What's a vegetable? It got nutrition. The vegetable got from what? Manure. And manure is a shit. And convert it into vegetable, then you eat it. Yeah, the same thing. So eventually when you die, it back to the body turn to the shit. The same thing. So that's why the Buddhists always say this is Pinang. He said the body smells skunk, smell bad.
Yeah.
So because this is really smell, but this is only temporary. So because one of the questions David asked, he said, do I believe in reincarnation? Of course I believe reincarnation. Because I experience, I know that. See, amazing part, you know, because this is physical body, we go back to recycling. There's a cell, the human body cell, okay? Skin cell, average age 28 days, skin cell. Some of the bloodstream in some of the cell inside, only 2 hours have to replace. So this kind of cells, the replacement is called metabolism. So whatever you get a supply, oxygen, whatever, carbon, the protein, whatever, that one you did get the proper supply, then body can maintain young because you have a plenty, but you don't have enough food, you hold the breath, you don't have enough oxygen, of course, the cell reforms. So breathing become a crucial key because oxygen. Okay, so because the reason is so important for you. But those cells, they die. And they die, then the body produces cell again to replace them. Okay, the same thing, this whole universe. Every one of us is one cell of this universe, of this nature. The plants, the same thing. This recycling. Compare with that, with the nature, we are very short. These are 28 days, compare our life, this is very short. But it's recycling. So when you breathe, your carbon dioxide, the carbon is the dead cell. You breathe out.
Right.
So this whole body is recycling. But all this recycling process, you need what? Very important things. Need the pump. That's why one of the chapter talk about. This is a universe, because this is a universe. That's big universe. This is a small universe. Like a bellow. What this universe for? Yeah, oxygen, carbon dioxide. That's why the pump. When they pump, then all the energy circulate. There's a life. Yeah. When you breathe in, stop, there's dead. Yeah. But question, the energy will separate. So energy, according to my understanding, because I'm not there yet. If I'm there, I can come back to tell you. But if I come back, I can come back. Okay. Question, this energy, spiritual energy, it cannot stay by itself for a long time. So he have to move. He find out somewhere he can reside. But remember, the spiritual energy can be anywhere in the universe, not necessarily on the earth. See, because in that spiritual dimension, there's no time and there's no boundage. For example, in your body, the mind is related to spirit, but mind is not spirit. My mind can go to 1 million years ago. My mind can go to 1 million years later. My mind can go to Mars, can go to Jupiter, like that. My mind can go everywhere. There's no boundage. But this mind is so powerful. Don't you see? Yeah. But this one, so that's why when you go to the spirit, in the spiritual dimension, this spirit can go to anywhere in the universe, from one end of the universe to the other and go like that. So there's all vibrations. So eventually, yeah, from physical point of view, we are humans. Spiritual point of view, we are not. We are aliens. We are all aliens. Because all these vibrations, spiritual energy, vibration will attract to the same vibration frequencies. So when this earth, you continue to cultivate your spirit, the spirit continue to grow. Of course, I'm talking about Buddhist concept now. Okay, the spirit continue to grow, so vibration continue difference. It promote so different spiritual levels. So when you die, if this one you match with another planets, it will go there and reborn there, because the body, spiritual energy have to find the body to reside, so continue to develop. That's called the nature. Okay, but if you cannot find it, then there's a spiritual energy continue to dissolve to the nature. Okay, that's why the Buddhists and Taoists, they are looking for the Buddhahood. What's the Buddhahood? That means when you become spiritual energy, that means physical body, spiritual energy separated. The spiritual energy doesn't have to reside in the new body. It can survive by itself. That's called Buddha. Yeah. So the Buddha can be anywhere in the universe. So, of course, there are a lot of things beyond I can experience, but it's the written is there, the understanding is there. I feel that, but am I sure? No. Yeah, that's a lot of the things that in my mind I keep thinking, what would I do? When I die, would I be able to control my spirit? When I able to choose which planet I want to go? How much longer I have my own thinking? Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, it's only the beginning of another life. That's all. And this life doesn't mean anything anymore. It's empty. Yeah. The more important is the spirit continue. That's called reincarnation. Okay, but of course I believe that, but again, I may brainwash myself to believe that. Sure. But so everyone have their own opinion. So some people believe it, some people don't. So it's okay.
Follow that up with. Thank you for your time. I mean,
okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. We keep jump from here to there, like the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, we
illuminating points like always, sir.
So, yeah, because one of the questions David said, okay, do we have a soul? Do I believe so? Of course I believe so, because it's in-dimension stuff.
Sure.
But unfortunately, so far, we talk about wealth. What do you mean wealth? Your wealth of physical life and spiritual life. You are really wealth. Both sides, you have wealth. Not only physical life, spiritual life. So that's why Dao De Jing said, talk about how do you create your credit in the spiritual life. Yeah, that's what they call deed. You have to have a good deed, good thinking. If you don't have good thinking, good heart, and the good deed, no, this side lose balance. This lose balance is going to bounce back to you. That's in India they call karma. Chinese call 报应.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
So you did a good thing, you have a good bowing. If it's bad, you don't have a good bowing. You see.
mhm.
But again, is that religious? Maybe. But I believe that because that's become my life philosophy. That's all.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Okay, thank you.
It's always a journey talking to you.
Okay, don't let me brainwash you. Okay,
Great.
you take care. I say hi to David for me.
I will. Thank you so much.
Bye.